Hello. I'm having a day. I hope somebody comes on to talk to me. It's a rough day. I can show my clothes now because I don't work there anymore. So my Electra's coughing. That's what she's been doing. But we switched her from the kibble food, the hard food, to canned food. It's still the liver diet food because she has liver cancer as well as the throat cancer. You know what? Maybe I'll put some makeup on. Since I'm going somewhere later. That might make me feel better about myself. Maybe I'll do that. But see, I don't feel like it. I need motivation. I need someone to talk to. I don't feel like getting up. And it's been this way for like 2 weeks. I haven't been walking or anything. But anyway, my little Electra, we switched her to the canned food, the liver diet, canned food. And she's not coughing as bad. But we spent like 2 days nonstop crying, trying to pick a date that we wanted her to be put to sleep because she was coughing so bad. And then we switched her food, like a last ditch effort, but it's working. And she's not coughing that bad. So hopefully we can hold it off. And that makes me happy. But I don't show happiness. I don't feel happiness. Because I know it's still going to come. And like, whether we're in the car, whether I'm in the house, this dog is always with me. Always. My baby girl is always with me. I love her. So today, my daughter is actually bringing my son home from school because I don't feel like I can go and pick him up. And then we're going, I'd say 30 to 40 minutes to get there. We're going to a library somewhere else, and they're having a Harry Potter event. They're going to have like activities and food and stuff based off of the Harry Potter movies. And my son is being Harry Potter for Halloween this year. So he's super stoked to go to this. And that's where we're going today. And I think I'm gonna just put makeup on since we're going somewhere. Why not? I haven't done it in months. And it'll give me something to do while I wait for someone to come and talk to me. See, like, I get dizzy just getting up. I gotta find a way to balance my hair. Hold on. Please hold 1 second. Because when the girls cleaned the bathroom, obviously they don't know how to fix this. Oh, that's another thing. I'm expanding the business. And I won't say I don't like, but the process of hiring people is not fun. Okay, I know I can get this to stay. I've done it many times. You know what it is? I gotta put it over there. Pop. And it's gonna kind of lean a little. Come on. I know I can do it. Okay, I'm gonna put that there, and then I need something. Okay. See, I still have a bit of a bell. I'm working on it. You never get to see that side of me because I'm always sitting in the car. But I've lost 65 pounds and I want to keep going. I need my motivation back. I've been so just blah. Look at that. I'm a genius. It's probably going to fall in like 2 seconds. Okay. I need a paper towel. My son will be home in about 45 minutes. So I have that long to do something with myself. I know you're not supposed to use alcohol on your face, but I do. Ew. Looks like I never shower, I just play in the dirt. So I needed someone to talk to right now. And then I started the video and looked at myself and thought, ew, I look gross. So that's why I'm putting my makeup on, because I look nasty. And it's not helping my depressed day that I'm having. But I still need someone to talk to give me the motivation I need. To just like, I don't know. I mean, I felt blah before, but it usually only lasts a couple of days. This is lasting 2 weeks already. And I need to get out of it. I want to go walking again. I don't want to gain my weight back because I feel icky. And I don't know why. I don't feel icky. I just feel... I've been known to leave clothes in the dryer before. There's clothes in the washer from yesterday. And I care. But every time I think about it, I'm like, oh, that's right. I'll get it in a minute. And I never get it. And I don't know why. I don't know what's going on with me. How is that? When I don't even take it out of this bag. Whatever. That's how it is. Like, this is normal, people. This is me. Why can't I be like you? That's how I feel. Honestly and truly. how I feel. See, it's been so long since I've put on makeup that it's crusty. I did take a bath the other day. I did something for myself. So if anyone has any words of motivation, like, did they go through depression? Or I don't even know if I have depression, but I feel like a depressed person right now. So, where I know myself well with my anxiety, I don't know anything about depression. And I need words of advice. If that's even what it is, I don't know. But maybe just doing this will make me feel better. I look so blue in the bathroom, but then when I look in the mirror, I say this every time because it's amazing. I don't look blue in the mirror, but I do on the phone. But I really am hoping that, I don't know, someone will talk to me. My tape didn't work. So much for being a genius. Hi, lemon pie. Perfect. I don't know how long you've been here, or if you heard what I was saying, but for like 2 weeks, I felt like poopy. I haven't walked. I haven't even wanted to get out of bed. And I'm trying to make myself feel better because I have to take my son to this Harry Potter thing today. I don't have to. I want to. I get to. I am happy to go. Oh, that was some serious concentration there. No, 2 weeks. Dang it. My phone. I no longer have a case on my phone. Say that. Because it just fell. I need more tape. Nope, it's been 2 weeks since I've gone for a walk. And I need my motivation back. I want to walk. I just don't feel like I can. Can you still hear me? I dropped the phone twice. Is it still on? Okay, good. Like, I've even gone out, I'll get dressed and I'll start walking. And I always do 5 laps around the park. And I'll do like 1 lap and turn around and come home. Which I've never turned around in the middle of my walks before. I just don't want to finish it. It looks cloudy because I got makeup. Hold on. Close your eyes. Okay. That looks better, right? Okay. How have you been lately? Tell me about yourself. Distract me from my self-inflicted misery. Oh no. when I tell you that I'm not a professional makeup person, like, I'm not just trying to make myself feel better, obviously. Oh no, what was it? What was it was it like anxiety? Because I hear that a lot. Yep. The best part about that, oh, my phone, is when you are having a panic attack and you go to the doctor and they put you in the psych ward. And then they treat you like you're crazy. And it's like, I'm having a panic attack. I'm not trying to kill anybody. Why am I in the psych ward? Why are you treating me like I'm crazy? I've definitely been there. They don't. I mean, I don't know if it's because, you know how many people go in there because they're, and I'm not talking crap about if you don't have a home, but there are a lot of homeless people that go into emergency rooms and they state that this or that is wrong just because they want somewhere to sleep. And then when you come in and you have a legitimate mental issue, but you're not crazy, they treat you just like the other 200 people they've seen that day that are a little bit crazy. And it's not fair. I went to the doctor today. It's a new doctor. And I needed my medication refilled. And because it's considered a controlled substance, even though it's so light of a medication, I always worry when I go to a new doctor, like, are they going to give it to me? Are they going to judge me? Are they going to think I'm crazy? And I told her a little bit about myself, things I don't share on here. And she said, oh my goodness, honey, you've been through all that and all you need is a little bit of what you take? She said, no problem. And I was like, oh, thank goodness. And I said, I do see a therapist. My phone's going to be so taped up, I'm not going to be able to take it anywhere with me, like, ever again in my life. So at least my new doctor is on board with my medications, because you always get that doctor that's like, I'm going to change the world and get this girl on something that's not addictive and blah, blah, blah. My doctor that I had before her, he said, your medication is addictive. You need something else because, you know, you can't take this. You're going to grow a dependency. You're going to take more and more and it's going to quit working. And I said, I've been taking this for 7 years. This was like a year ago. I said, I've been taking this for 7 years and I've decreased my dosage. I've never asked for more. I've never increased it. And he said, 7 years. And you say you're not addicted? And I was like, yeah, I'm addicted to not having anxiety. That's why I take it. But I don't feel anything from it. I'm not addicted. I don't even know that I took it. Sometimes I forget. And I'm like, did I take it? Did I not take it? I don't feel anything. My therapy sessions are doing good. Are going good. She tried to bill my insurance. And apparently something's going on where she can't get paid through my insurance. So she said she's not going to drop me, but now I have to pay more to go. And I really don't want to switch therapists, but I can't really afford what I have to pay. So she's trying to get it where my insurance will cover my sessions, because I don't want to start all over with someone new. Because I've already told her so much. I've been going there for what, 3 months or so? Maybe longer. And I don't want to go through the whole 3 months of talking all over again with someone else. Look, I haven't even had my eyebrows waxed in who knows how long. There's no shape to them. I wish I didn't feel like this. I don't want to feel poopy like this. And you know what is crazy is everything's actually good. My car's painted. Did you see my car? Did you watch that video where I showed you before it was painted? Oh my gosh. It was terrible. I was so embarrassed to drive that thing. But my car's painted. My boyfriend and I actually are not fighting. The car. Yeah. Which we always fight, but we're not fighting right now. And that's a miracle in itself. And Halloween's my favorite, and it's like 2 days away. Well, it's not like 2 days away, it is. I did an after video. Actually, I need to do another one now that the bumpers are back on. It's all put back together except for some stuff on the inside. The galaxy blue. So sometimes it looks gray, sometimes it looks blue, but it's got metallic in it. It's real pretty. It's not the color I would have picked, but whatever. It's not gross sanded either, like it was. I had such anxiety about driving that. Oh yeah, all the way over there. Very dependable cars. They're everywhere. What time is it there? About 8 o'clock. $19.51. Let me take a moment to figure that out. That'd be 10 o'clock. Almost 10 o'clock? Eight. Oh yeah. 9 minus 2. Whatever. I can't do math, I guess. So I talked to a girl today. I'm trying to hire. It does. And that too, I think has a lot to do with my mood changes, because you know, I have to pick up my son when he gets off the bus, and then I go for my walks when it starts to get dark. But now it's getting dark before my son gets off the bus, and I don't have time to walk. So I've been wanting to walk during the day, but it's still hot here during the day. We've had a cool front the last couple of days, but it's still almost 80 in the afternoon, or over 80. Yeah, I can't really walk in the sun because unless I take an umbrella, because I have this skin cancer on my chest. I don't like to talk about it, but I do. And I'm so scared to get it removed. I've had it for like 7 years. And I haven't gotten it removed when I was supposed to because I'm so scared. And so when I go out in the sun, it makes it worse and it bleeds. And so I try not to go in the sun or the heat. Even if I put sunscreen on it, it still bleeds. And so I have to like wear a shirt where it's covered. And I don't know. It's just been so hot here. Hot, hot, hot. But I have to find a way to make it work. I can't just not walk. I have to just do it, whether it's uncomfortable or not. Like today or in general. I've had my anxiety since I was 18 and I'm 40. I first started getting anxiety when I gave birth to my first daughter, and she turns 22. No, the skin problem, I already had anxiety. That, when I went to the dermatologist for that, I was scared because it's like by my heart. And he said, I have to numb it first. And I was like, you're not numbing my heart. Totally illogical, I know. And he said, I'm not going to go anywhere near your heart. And he came at me to numb my skin, and I grabbed his arm because I got scared. And I stopped him, and he said, do not ever grab me again. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry. So then when he came at me again, he was coming at me and I knew I couldn't stop it. So I slid off the table onto the floor. And I was sitting on the floor like a 2-year-old, crying on the floor at the end of the table. And I finally let him scrape it. And he said, yes, it's cancer. You need it removed. And he said, if you're coming back, he gave me a prescription for Xanax and said he refused to see me unless I took my Xanax. That's how bad it was. That's what a bad patient I am. But he also didn't know how to deal with someone with anxiety. So it was on both of us. I take my fault in it, but he had a fault in it too. Because he should know how to deal with people like me. He said, oh, crab apples. I forgot to do something. You know what? I'm going to powder and then I'm going to contour and then I'll just powder again. I don't care. I'm not a professional. I have nothing to prove. I'll powder 8 times. I don't care. Right? Why do I care? I'll do the 100-layer powder challenge. On accident. It's just how I roll. And I always lock in my eyeshadow with powder. Nobody else does, but I don't know why. It works so good. I don't know what I was talking about now. I'm sorry. What was I saying? Oh, I felt, yeah, the Xanax. And so I just had such a bad experience with that I've never gone back. Should have, didn't. Yes, the Xanax. I'm probably like the only person in history that has been prescribed Xanax by a dermatologist. No, I never took it. I don't like Xanax because it makes me tired and it makes me sleep, and I don't feel like that's any way to live, just sleeping all the time. So I don't even take it. Nope, not me. Not ever. That's why I like my medication that I take, because it doesn't make me sleepy. So, yeah. And that's one that's highly abused, and I don't want to be judged that way. I'm not a medicine abuser at all. And I don't like it. Actually, after I had my C-section, I was holding my baby and they came up and they put some kind of pain medicine in my IV. And I almost dropped her. And I said, don't ever give me that again. And I made them stop and take the IV out. And I took 2 Motrin after I had my C-section. And they couldn't believe that I wouldn't take any medication. But again, I got judged because they said, oh, you have a drug history. That's why you can't take anything. And I was like, no, actually, I don't. Stop judging people and saying things like that. I just don't like it. Did I ever, oh, I meant to tell you this. Did I ever tell you this story, or did you ever hear me talk about it, of when I first, when I was going through my mental breakdown, panic attack, bad situations, I only felt safe at the ER. So I would go there. I would walk hospital to hospital when they would say, you've been here, what are you doing, or whatever. I would go to another one. And I just felt safe sitting in the waiting room because I thought that they were wrong and there was something wrong with me. Yes. Yep. That's what started my driving anxiety. But this was after that, when I wasn't driving, because I would walk hospital to hospital. And I said, I don't necessarily need to see anyone. I just feel safe sitting here because I thought that they were wrong and there was something wrong with me. And I thought, what better place to be than in the emergency room, because I'm going to have a heart attack and I want someone to know. So I'm going to wait right here. Of course, I never did, but that's how I felt. And they finally told me that they were going to have me arrested for doctor shopping if I went back to another ER. And I said, I'm not even seeing the doctor. I'm not even getting medications. I just want to sit here. I know that sounds crazy, but that's the only thing that made me feel better. And they told me no. I couldn't even sit there. And so then I was lost, and I checked myself into a mental facility, and I stayed there for a couple months because I didn't know where else to go. For someone who never does makeup, I have 3 different kinds of primers. Okay, I guess I'm just a collector of makeup. I have all these different concealers that I forgot to use. Whatever. So then when I got out of the mental facility, it's a whole long story. But I had went to jail prior to all of this. And my mom gave my apartment away to my brother. So I had nowhere to go. And when I got out of the mental facility, I ended up in a homeless shelter. That's why I always say I don't judge people for being homeless. Oh my gosh. And then, oh my criminy, I just made it worse. Oh my gosh, this is so bad. Look at that. Look what I've done to myself. So, I don't know what the whole point of this was. What I was trying to get at. What was my childhood like? That's an iffy one. Like, my mom and dad weren't abusive, but my dad's an alcoholic. He drank a lot. He still does. And my mom worked at a bar and she worked nights. And a lot of the taking care of my brothers and my sister was on me. I have this mega wing now to make up for that incident over there. Crap. I'm sweating. I'm getting nervous. Because I'm gonna... Oh, this is why I don't do my makeup. Right here. And so I took care of my brothers and my sister. And being home by myself a lot when I was 12, the high school boys were hanging out at my house because everybody knew no one was there. They faced 2 different ways. And I was raped when I was 12 by 2 of the high school boys. They were brothers. And that's how that happened. And then I met my kid's dad when I was 15. And I was young. I didn't have kids with him yet. But then I married my ex-husband, who was my best friend since I was 8 years old. I broke up with my kid's dad because he was a drug addict. And then after I separated from my husband, I met back up with my kid's dad. And oh, he was changed. He was a good guy. Blah, blah, crap. And we got back together, had 2 kids. He was still a drug addict. Big time. I had never done drugs. I smoked pot and stuff when I was younger, and I did coke a few times. But when I say a few times, I mean like a handful of times, not a lot. And yeah, we ended up breaking up. And then I was with some douchebag. And that was right after the anxiety started. It was after I broke up with my kid's dad, before I met the douchebag. And I went on that car ride to go and pick my mom up. And that's when that happened, which you're talking about. And when I came out of the mental place and I went to the homeless shelter, that's where I met the douchebag. I know, it's so obvious you don't meet guys in a homeless shelter, but I did. And because everybody thought I was crazy with my anxiety, but he understood it. And it made me feel comforted, even though he was a little bit crazy. I didn't know how crazy at the time, but I just felt comforted that someone else had a mental disorder and kind of understood me. And then a lot of things happened with him that I won't talk about right now. But then I met my boyfriend that I'm with now, and that was 10 years ago. After the douchebag tried to kill me, and I sent him to prison. And then that's it. That's my life story. I hope you enjoyed story time today. That's about it. I know I do. That's what my therapist says. I've been through a lot. Like, I have it all. A lot of things I'm not even talking about. but it goes a lot deeper. Like, I don't mind talking about it, really, but I don't want to bore you and just keep blah, 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 blah. So, I've had my kids taken away. I gave one up for adoption. And that wasn't totally my choice. It was the best choice in the long run. But I've had my cats taken away from me. I've had my home taken. I've been raped, been molested by a babysitter. I have a lot of baggage. So you're right. I do carry a lot. And even though you don't think about it and you think that it's gone, and you know what? That's what this is. No. Where's my lip primer? I have a lip primer for this stuff. Oh. I have a brow pencil? I didn't even know. But anyway, I've had a miscarriage. I've had everything bad happen to me. My suitcases are full. My baggage is extreme. So when you're not even thinking that you're having issues, like you are deep down, you're thinking about these things, apparently. I don't remember which one I like better. How about you? Do you have a lot of traumatic events? Yeah. Like, some of the things of mine are different. Like the douchebag that I was with held me down with a screwdriver to my throat while he had gay sex with another man. He was cheating on me behind my back with men, and he was a male prostitute, and I didn't know. And I was pregnant and engaged to him. And that was about the time I was looking to get away. But you know what? I'm still such a trusting, stupid soul that I was like, it's okay. If you're gay, we'll work through it. Or not gay, bisexual, whatever. Like, just, don't leave me. Be here for me. And I was so scared to be alone that I was so stupid and dealt with it until it started to get violent. And pretty sure he was having sex with his mother too, his biological mother. I have seen them make out in front of me before. He's in prison now. Not from me, But he got out of prison from when I put him in there, and now he's in prison for something else. So he was ill. But he's gone. He's not in my life. Okay. I'm so glad that you're here. You don't know how bad I was feeling, and now just having you talk to me, you know you always help me. You know you always make me feel better. And it's no different today. Even though I've talked about a lot of like traumatic stuff, it still helps me so much. Okay, I'm untaping my phone. And I'm gonna go to the bedroom again and brush my hair. Brush all my hairs. Delete what? The whole video? Why was I too personal about my life? It is, but I mean, I'm only sharing because, you know, somebody else might have been through something similar and they might not want to talk about it. And people hold things in and they like, bad things happen to them by holding it in. So why not talk about it? I don't normally get that personal about myself, but it is what it is. It's my life and I shouldn't be ashamed of it. It made me the crazy person I am today. But here's the thing, after all that, I've never committed suicide, obviously. And, you know, people can get through it. And I've been through it. Look at my freaking chest. Looks like it's fire. Like, I know I have red skin, but my goodness. It seriously looks like fire. Like I was in the sun for a week. But when I go to the therapist, I talk about all this stuff, but I have to talk about it in detail. Like, you think I shared a lot just now? You have no idea. So, the hairstyle, that's all I'm doing. And that's why I don't want to get a new therapist and have to do that all over again. And I always share, and people, I don't know, they don't really share with me. I've had a few private messages, people have shared things with me, but I hope that I help people by sharing even though it is very personal, what I say, what I share, I do it to help somebody else. Like I said, somebody might be dealing with rape, somebody might be dealing with being cheated on, or someone might be dealing with anything that I just talked about, and nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to admit it. Nobody, somebody might need to hear it. And that's why I talk about it. That's why I have this channel. It helps me. I've said this a lot of times. It definitely helps me to have someone to talk to. But I want to help other people too. And I've had private messages where people do tell me that I help them. And that makes me feel really good. Even when I'm depressed and lonely. Like, I don't know. You're never going to have what you want. I wanted to stay home. I wanted to have my own business, and now I have all that. I don't have to work. I get to stay home all the time. But you know what? Now I complain that I have no one to talk to and that I never leave the house. I mean, yeah, I would trade being home for working any day because I have anxiety. I don't like to drive. I freak out when I drive. So I don't have to have that pressure of having to drive every day like I did when I worked at cutting hair. And now I don't have to. And no one's talking to me. So I don't know. Now I'm thinking I overshared. But my initial thought was just go ahead and say it because it might help someone. So should I not post this video? Did I overshare? I don't know. I'm so confused now. Because no one's saying anything anymore. Okay. I'm relaxing. It's relaxing chat time. Oh my goodness. Let's not throw the phone. Okay. Let's chat. Say something to me. I would like to talk to you. And I won't get personal anymore. Not unless anyone asks for it. And I am dealing with that I'm going to have to put my dog to sleep. Do you know how bad that is? I know people do it all the time, but I've never done it. And I feel like when she's laying right there like she is, and like a murder plotting, and it's like premeditated murder and plotting her death. I've hired a hitman. It's her vet. But she's my best friend. Maybe I won't post this video. Now I feel all self-conscious. But I felt all strong and empowered when I was talking about it. And now I feel like... Any feedback? Anybody? Well, everybody's leaving because I guess I'm boring, but no one's talking to me. I don't know what to say. Nobody wants to talk to me. Oh. If it went public, like, okay, let's just say that my little video, like, I've had this channel for over a year now, and you're pretty much the only one that talks to me. So, let's just say that this one particular video went viral and everyone in the world knew about it. There's nothing that I've said that people close to me don't already know. And that's why I personally left out details that might hurt my mom should she ever watch this, or basically that's the only thing that I left out. Things that might hurt somebody close to me. Yes, and that's what I'm saying. I don't think that anyone's ever going to watch this. The most people I have watched my video is like 5 people. So I don't think anyone will watch this really, but someone would only come to this channel if they were having anxiety, and I like it that it's a small little channel. You know, I don't think I would like it as much as if I had 5,000 people watching me. I don't think I'd be able to talk like this. I would have to because I'm trying to help people, but it wouldn't be as easy, I don't think. But I feel like I don't know. I talk about what I talk about. And I hope I didn't overshare. Now I'm thinking, like, what did I say? Yeah, I purposely left out some things. And I didn't mention any names. I said my ex-boyfriend, my kid's dad, and douchebag. So, or my ex-husband. Is that what I said? The story's the same, but the names have been changed to protect the identities. You know what I'm gonna do? What time is it? Oh, I've used a lot of my data. That's funny since I have unlimited data, but okay. I am going to go and start the clothes in the washer again that I told you I keep like forgetting about. I'm gonna go rewash them because they've been sitting in there since yesterday. And then when the washer goes off, I'll make sure I put them in the dryer. Hope you don't get seasick on my way out here. Okay. I will place you gently. Right there. It's the top of the washer, sorry. I'm still here. But then, like, nobody talks to me. They private message me. I guess nobody wants to talk publicly about their issues. So I guess I have to be the one to initiate conversation. Sorry, I'll be setting this down in a second. Okay. I don't know. I've told you before, like, I am so stupid when it comes to technology. I don't know how to edit videos. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. That's why my stuff is all real. But I just get them. And then woo, it's scary. And then I answer them and it's still private, but I don't know how to initiate the private message. I wasn't kidding when I told you that my phone case fell off. It fell so many times on the mirror. Oh, she's coughing again. Do you hear her? Baby. That's from her throat tumor. I hate hearing it. But she stopped. When she was eating the dry food, it would last all day. So, it's better. Hopefully she'll last a little bit longer. Because I'm not ready. I'm not ready to get rid of her. But you know how she's always with me in the car? She's my emotional support dog. My companion. And I was going to get her registered to be my emotional support dog because of my anxiety, and I can do that. And she is. She really helps me. And her legs started going out, and she got the throat tumor. So I can't put a collar on her because it pushes on that. And I can't put a harness on her because she has another tumor on her chest. So I can't take her anywhere. One, she can't go that far, and she has an enlarged heart. So if she gets overworked, she could have a heart attack. So she's just got everything against her why she can't go everywhere with me. So I never did register her, like, officially. Because I can't really take her anywhere anyway. She just goes for car rides. That she can do. But I gotta lift her into the car. But that's okay. I'll lift her for the next 20 years if she lasts. Happily. I'll carry her on my back across the desert. I have had her for 10.5 years. I got her when she was a year old. I went to the pound and I said, I want a dog that's not going to bark. And this is when I was with the douchebag before he went all crazy on me. And so I walked in. Of course, all the dogs are. And Electra was in her little kennel. She never barked. And she had her paws crossed like this. And she sat up really tall. And she just watched me walk by. And I came and I said hi to her. And I walked around and I said hi to all the dogs. I'm sorry. Well, I have two that bark all the time over everything, but she doesn't. Unless the boys get her started, then she'll bark back. But she just watched me, and oh, pugs are so cute. So it gets a pass because it's cute. And the only time she stood up was when she was in the cages by the door, like the back of her cage faced where you have to go out of the building. And she stood up and she watched over the wall as I walked out the door. And then I went and talked to the people and I said, what about that one dog? Because it was like all the other dogs didn't exist. I only noticed Electra. And we had a bond from that moment. It was love at first sight. And they said that she was going to somewhere. Basically, she was being put to sleep. And they didn't want to tell me. They said she was going somewhere. Like, oh, your dog's going to the farm, the magic farm. It was one of those freaking stories. Meow. Hey, Teddy. And so her adoption was free. You just had to pay the $13 to get her registered. And I was like, that's the dog I want. And I couldn't get her that day. And I went home and I cried. And I just felt this connection with her. And then the next morning, my douchebag ex woke me up and he said, are you ready to go get your baby? And I said, oh my gosh, we're going to get her? And he was like, yes. And I said, let's go. And we went, we picked her up, and her and I have been inseparable ever since. Through all the bad stuff that I've been through, like, I would cry and she would snuggle me and she'd lick my tears off my face. And she's just always been there for 10 years, 10.5 years. She's been my best friend. Like, when I say my best friend, I don't mean, like, over all people, over everybody. She is my best friend. Over my boyfriend. Over everybody in my life. And then we got a cat, and she had kittens, and then I thought, oh, Electra has no one anymore because her and baby Kitty used to be so close. But then when baby Kitty had the kittens, and the kittens are, I think, 6 now. They're 6 or 7. I think they're 6 and baby Kitty's 7. And, do you? Yeah, I used to smoke. So this may not be safe, but I know it's safer than cigarettes. So I smoked for a long time. Started smoking when I was 12, but like heavily at 15. So then we got Milton so that Electra would have a friend, and then we said no more pets, no more. And then we found Jake in the middle of the road and could never find his owner, so now we have Jake. So now we have 7 animals. And like my favorite one's gonna be the first one to go, and it's so unfair. I need a warm up. I need one of the other ones to go first. Not my favorite one. Sorry, guys. And if I sing the Little Mermaid song, I won't do it here. That I won't share with the public because it's so bad. But I make it sound even worse like I'm in pain when I sing it, and all the cats will run and jump on me. Like, I don't know if they're thinking, like, oh my gosh, are you okay? But if I can't find the cats, I'll sing that song and they'll all run in here. It's so funny. What kind of vape do you like? Do you like fruity stuff? Like, my favorite one is a blueberry banana. And I decided to try something new this time. And this one is a watermelon, mango, orange. It's really good. Really good. Oh, you like the tobacco? I've never tried that. Yeah. Well, when I started vaping, and then I okay, I had like one of those little skinny vape pens that don't really give you a lot of hit to them, and that lasted 2 or 3 days. And actually, what stopped that was Electra went to the vet and they said she wasn't going to live through the night. And so my boyfriend brought her home so that we could sit with her and basically watch her die. This was 4 years ago. And they lied. Emergency vets lied. So I went and bought a pack of cigarettes because I couldn't do the little vape pen. And I smoked a lot longer. And then I got this. And, yeah, right, I didn't. And that didn't work. But then this feels like a cigarette. And it tasted so good, the flavors and all that stuff. And then after I started smoking this, and something, I don't know, I wanted a cigarette or something, I tried to smoke one. It tasted like such crap. I never had the desire to pick up another cigarette. Because this is like all fruity and light, and the cigarettes are heavy. And I could taste, I swear, every chemical in the cigarette when I tried to smoke it after smoking this. It was so nasty that I'll never touch another cigarette. Ugh. If you heard of the Cool Fire, no, what's that? Oh, is that a vape flavor? Like a cinnamon menthol or something? Or am I totally off? Oh, it's a mod. I don't know. I don't even know what I have. I'm about as knowledgeable about this stuff as I am computers. I just go in and I say, this is what I want, and this is what didn't work, and then they give me stuff. This I got because it used to be purple. That's my favorite color, but it's kind of worn off now. And then this was silver, but that's... I use it a lot, okay? A lot, a lot. What does... Is that just a brand, or does it do something? I do not remember. Oh, this was 60, and this was 40. And I had a setup before this, the last time I got arrested. It was like 200 and something dollars for the setup. And when they threw me to the ground, it broke. So I got this after that. And that was when I quit drinking. And I haven't been arrested since. Because apparently drinking at a carnival where there's children is like whatever. Actually, I have a small crack in mine right now. It probably won't show up on there, but it's a little teeny tiny crack. It doesn't leak. It's right there. Yeah, I don't have a backup one, so I hope it doesn't start leaking. See, you've helped my motivation already. I know I'm still laying in bed, but I feel good. and I put some makeup on, I feel better. Even if it doesn't look good, even if it wasn't applied right, I don't care. I feel better. I know I got big, thick wings. Like, I could probably lift myself up and fly with these things, but don't care. I feel better. And I'm gonna go and I'm gonna rock this Harry Potter get together thing. My son is gonna look good. I've never even shown my son to anyone. Because he's never around. When he's around, I don't, I have him. I don't get on here. It's because he has the head of a boar. No, he doesn't. He's very handsome. Do you have any kids? I've never asked you that. We do. And since I stay home by myself, that's what I was saying, I have no one to talk to. So, I have to make my own friends now. And I've mentioned this before with the anxiety that, like, people in your life that don't have it, they don't want you to call them all the time. Be like, I'm feeling anxious, talk me out of it, distract me. It's, my friends try, but you always hear that hesitation, that, like, that, that noise that you're like, oh crap, and then it makes you feel worse. So I don't like talking to people in my personal life about my anxiety because they judge you. When their phone rings and it's you, it's like, oh crap, what does she want this time? I know that they do. Yeah, it does. And they don't understand it. And they say dumb things like, just don't think about it. Oh, okay. Thank you. You just changed my life. I won't think about it. Thanks. Why did I think of that? They don't. They know nothing about that. I'm not saying they don't know nothing. Like, they're just stupid people running into walls. They just don't know about anxiety. But then I don't know about... My boyfriend I've mentioned before has got...
Yo, Gatorade me, bitch!
Sorry. Lexi said to be out front when we get there. Oh. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to go because apparently my daughter wants me outside when... Yes. Did you hear it? It's from Breaking Bad. And that was my daughter saying, be outside when we get there. So, they're getting ready to pull up, and I'm gonna go outside and see what they want. What she wants. She can't come in because Jake bites. Okay. You take care too, and thank you again so much for being there for me. And I think I am gonna post this, and if I get any negative feedback about the things that I talk about, then I'll take it down. And I will definitely tell you you were right and I should have listened to you. But I'm gonna post it. And hopefully it helps someone. If it doesn't help anyone and it just upsets someone, then I know, but I value your opinion too. And I'm kind of thinking you might try and talk me out of it, which I would listen to you if you did. So, you have that chance. Okay, then we'll see what happens. Alright, and thank you again for being there for me, and I can't wait to talk to you again. And if you figure out how to send a message, a private message, you can send me messages, whatever. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Have a wonderful, happy, safe, anxiety-free Monday. And I'll talk to you, I know, next time. Alright, bye.